Episode 4 of Dads vs. the World podcast. Welcome. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Ian coming at you live.
Not live at all.
Coming at you live from somewhere in Pennsylvania.
We are in Mount Wolf.
All right. Tell them your address then.
I'm not telling them that.
But this is Kevin and Ian here again to talk about bullshit, because that's just what we like to do.
Pretty much.
And sorry for last week's video. It was rough, but again, we're
dumb.
Well, I was gonna say new, like amateur-ish, kind of like sometimes when you watch amateur porn. And it's not exactly the best, but it's still porn. Like when you're watching it.
Well, amateur porn is just like that's real sex,
right? I understand that, but like if you're gonna record it, I don't want to see a guy's butthole and nutsack from behind the whole time.
True.
Because normally that's the most common angle. I just don't want to see dingleberries. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because most guys have really hairy butts. Especially you white guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty hairy.
You got some really...
I'm hairy from top to bottom.
I figured.
Now that we've shared so much.
Anyway, so let's start off with going over what we might have done interesting over the past 2 weeks. Do you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. Let me remember what that was. I'm not looking at my
That's
phone.
on his phone, guys. He's not cheating at all. He remembers everything.
So I've been working on a sheath still. Made a little bit more progress on that. Again, nothing new game wise. Been playing Gloomhaven every 2 weeks, so we did that Friday. It was a good time. Mm-hmm. I guess today's Easter or something, right? So
today is
Zombie Jesus.
Exactly.
Day.
Thank you. National Zombie Day.
Yeah.
National Middle Eastern Zombie Messiah Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good thing. So this morning I needed to get something out of the bathroom, and I don't know what it's like at your household, but in my household we only have one bathroom, so we all share the same bathroom.
Oh, cool.
And it's small. Well, I go down to get into the cabinet underneath, and I have like a little plastic bin that all my things are in. Guess who else has things down there, and guess how much space I have?
Your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no space, huh?
No. So I get down there, and I have this little bin. It's really organized. Everything I need for my beard, for my armpit, all the things that you need.
Yeah. Totes.
Perfectly organized. Open that fucking thing.
Not.
There is shit everywhere. I don't understand. Why do we need 3 different curling irons?
Normally it's reversed for my household. Like, I'm normally the unorganized one. Like, I just throw shit underneath there.
That drives me nuts.
Well, it's comes in the territory of being married, man.
Yeah, so we were talking about that this morning, my wife and I.
Yes.
Yeah. we had a little bit of chat.
Outside of family meeting. What's going on underneath the sink of the bathroom? Never again.
It's not okay. I'm really like I like organization, and that doesn't happen with children.
See, when I hear I like organization, when people say that, I in my head, when I interpret that, when people say that, I go, oh, so you're not a free spirit. Oh, so you don't like being free. Last I checked, America.
No. I like being free. I just like it to be organized.
All right, that's some China communism talk, dude. And you know it is. You know it is. Deep down in your heart, you know it is.
It's not.
It is. Mao Zedong over here. I didn't know I was doing a podcast with him. We're gonna do a mass genocide of other Asian people again.
What?
Anyway.
So that conversation went I'm sure as you can all expect. Nothing's gonna change. I'm probably still gonna be frustrated. I just probably shouldn't look under the cabinet.
It's just a conversation of a lot of sighs and stern looks.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Marriage 101.
We started watching Justice League last night.
Oh, the 4-hour-long movie.
We are about halfway through it because we
Yeah.
went to bed.
Well, I heard what's great about that because we haven't watched it yet, but we heard that it's in chapters.
Yes,
So-
it is. So we stopped at chapter 4 or part 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what since if the movie does that, then I was gonna say like when we watch it, we can just watch it by chapters like a show.
Yep.
Be like, oh, that was the end of chapter 1.
Well, those parts go pretty quick, so I don't know that. Well, we're in part 4 and we're like 2 hours in.
That's not quick, dude. 2 hours in and you're chapter 4. Read a book once and it wasn't that fucking long.
So
chapter 4 and it didn't take 2 hours.
So I'm enjoying it. I did not like really any of the DC movies. I thought they were all
Really?
No, not any. I can't
I
say
was
that.
to say Wonder Woman was pretty
I
good.
liked the Batman Snyder movies. Is that he did those right?
No.
Who did the Batman
Bale.
with
Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan.
Nolan. Yeah, I liked those movies. I didn't really care for like the newer DC stuff, I guess.
I think Snyder did Superman, Man of Steel.
Yes.
That was his one.
Yes.
And then Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying Justice League, and I love how he puts backstory in there for those fans that aren't like, oh, I'm all about this.
Yeah, see, that was the problem that I had with the first Justice League, is it just felt super rushed. And I get...
It felt like you're just supposed to know.
Yeah, like, I get it, because, you know, shit happened in Snyder's personal life where he had to abandon the project, because I think his daughter passed away, so he had to... That's why he left.
Oh, shit. I don't think I even realized that.
Yeah, so that's why Joss Whedon took over, and then they had to meet a deadline, so they just tried to sprinkle in whatever he could in his vision and also cut a shit ton of Zack Snyder stuff out. But for the audience, we don't give a shit. We just want a good story and with a lot of punching. So the cut that we got had a lot of action in it, but not a lot of good story.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, like I get it, but you know, for us watching it, it just was not enjoyable.
It's also really hard to watch it because I'm sure you've watched like the Arrowverse stuff, right?
See, I tried, dude. I can't.
Really?
Because it's a bunch of moderately attractive people that
Well, I mean, that's
all
CW.
overact, though.
It's CW.
Like, the only CW show that I liked and was into was Supernatural. But after, like, season 10, I was just like, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm done with this
I
whole
don't think I even
fucking-
got that far in that show. I might have got to season
Dude,
6
I was
or 7.
mentally dipped out once Leviathans came in. But I still tried to hang on and, you know, watch it because I was invested in the show for such a long time. And I just couldn't. I was like, all right, the season ended with fucking one of the brothers going to hell, and I know what's going to happen is that one of them's going to break the rules and fucking save his brother, and then his brother's going to be fucking pissed off that he broke the rules of the fucking whatever rules there are, and they're going to do some dumbass shit.
Yeah.
And it was just that over and over again.
So I guess what I was getting at before we got off on a tangent there was that. So I really enjoyed. I haven't watched all of them to completion, but I have watched a good bit of all of the shows.
Yeah.
And one of them that I really enjoyed was The Flash, and to see the guy that is in the DC movie that plays the Flash.
He's in there?
No, he's not. That's what I'm getting at. Is I really like Grant.
Ezra.
Yeah, I really like Grant, whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
As the Flash, because I've just who I've known now. So it's weird to watch the movie and see these characters that I've watched in Arrowverse show up, and it's like, but that's not the Flash.
But DC though gets,
and then they're doing same. They did an exact scene that happened in the Flash show, which I'm sure probably happened in the comics, which was probably why they did it. But it's strange. Like it's just like, well, why didn't you just have Grant do it? He was.
But see good. DC can get away with it because they do the multiverse. They've
Yeah.
already instituted the multiverse, so they could be like, well, that Flash that you're seeing on the show is from a different universe or something. It was on a different timeline.
I wish that wasn't a thing, because that shit just confuses the hell out of me.
Well, see, that's, like, I think it's
Different
cool that
Earths
DC does
and-
it. Like, I think it's cool because it is interesting, but it is very confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so then another movie we watched, and I hope the fuck that you watched it. Godzilla vs. Kong.
That is literally on our slate. We want to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everyone's been really popping off about that.
So, I won't spoil anything, because I'm not a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But it is fantastic. I think so.
I hope so, because the last Godzilla movie with 11 wasn't that good.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big Godzilla fan.
How dare you?
I mean, I like it, but like I definitely enjoyed watching Kong more, and I think it's because we can relate as people. He has more of a face, like has his facial responses to things. Like he can make human faces. You know what I mean? And show that emotion. Where Godzilla is just like a giant fucking lizard thing.
Are you trying to say that lizards hold no emotion, sir?
No, I'm sure they hold emotion, but they don't show it very well. Other than he's really angry,
dude. Well, because look at him, dude. Look how short he was compared to Kong.
I know.
Godzilla, dude. They really went hard in the paint. It was like Godzilla is Asian. He's super short, a little stout and rotund.
Is that why he got beat up?
Wow, dude. Wow, too soon. Okay, stop Asian hate hashtag. Okay.
So, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hoopla out there about people bitching about the little subplot thing they got going on.
Who
where
gives a
there's couple
fuck?
little
It's
characters.
Giant monsters fighting.
And they're like, oh, well, I don't like it. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. The story's weird. Dude, you're watching a movie with giant fucking apes and monsters, like, fighting each other. Like, it's a fucking movie. Just enjoy it.
My, argument to that would be like, have you seen the old Godzilla movies? Because their plots were very rigid. I don't even think there was plots. The plot was, hey, Godzilla was called upon because another monster came and destroyed our goddamn Japantown for the upteenth time.
Yeah. I won't say much more because I don't want. If I use terms, it'll spoil things.
I guessed what the ending was.
Yeah.
And for fanfare, awesome. But, I'd still...
So you already know how it ends?
Yeah.
Were you spoiled?
No, I wasn't spoiled. I could just tell.
Okay.
Because I think...
We'll talk about it off camera.
I think they did Godzilla and Kong before.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So I could imagine, what the ending would be. And because given the reaction from what I saw on the internet and Twitters and stuff like that, I was like, oh, so I know exactly what happens at the end. Because it's kind of like when, at the end of Marvel, the Infinity War, when Cap took the goddamn hammer, Thor's hammer, meow meow.
Mjolnir? Meow?
No, meow meow.
Meow meow.
Yeah, meow meow.
That's what we call it?
Well, that's what one of the characters call it in Thor.
Oh.
The Kat Dennings character, I forget her name. She's a physicist or something.
Yeah.
She couldn't pronounce Mjolnir, so she was like, meow meow.
That's funny.
Anyway, anything else to add?
No, I won't say much more other than just watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
And plus, it's HBO Max. Like,
dude, I'm so fucking.
I can't believe they have
HBO.
They have a movie coming out every month.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
and they keep it in there for like a good amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking because fucking Mortal Kombat comes out in like a week or so.
What? That's already?
It comes out this month.
Oh my god!
I'm so fucking excited. I can't wait.
I didn't realize that was already.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude, we're gonna get because the new Suicide Squad comes out this summer, and we get it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh, how fucking awesome!
So that Suicide Squad looks pretty good too.
Oh yeah, it does.
It reminds me of a Marvel flick
because it's done by James Gunn.
Yeah. It definitely. Yeah. It's like totally Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly, but it's gonna be gorier and there's gonna be a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
and King
fantastic.
Shark is so good. And it's Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, it's fucking Sly Stallone, dude. Oh, but hey. Yes, you have a hand.
It's gonna be so good,
dude. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. Suicide Squad.
There's a lot of hate for that too, but I think it's just like this DC
because the first
fans.
Because the problem with DC is that they tried to catch up with Marvel too fast, and they rushed a lot of things. So like what they got for recently has been complete ass.
Yeah,
because they didn't really take the time. They just wanted to match what Marvel was doing so they could make a quick buck. That's what happened. And now that they're actually getting people that'll be like, hey, dude, that's not how it should be. Let's slow it down. Actually flesh out these characters, put some backstory on it, take our time to build up to these awesome things, and then eventually it'll be good. People will come back, and because the whole point of it is you want replay value. You don't just want people to watch it.
Yeah,
you want them to keep going back to it. That's why Marvel has been so profitable, because people are willing to go back to it because they love these characters and
they'll go back to Iron Man 1.
Oh, dude, I'll watch Iron Man 1 all fucking day, dude.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau, what he did with Iron Man, like he was the one who kickstarted this whole Marvel thing, and they couldn't have picked a better fucking guy to do it with, because that movie was amazing. Like, when I was growing up, I didn't even like Iron Man. Like, I thought he was like a fucking annoying ass rich dude.
Yep.
And for them to make it, where I actually cared about the character.
And Robert Downey is so good.
Yeah, he was perfect.
He's so good.
But
he's just a great actor in general. Like his what's his other series of movies that he's been doing?
The Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes movies.
So good too. Yeah, I love.
But he's also like when we were talking about Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool the other week.
I love his movies, dude.
So like he's the same way.
I love him.
Like he's the same dude.
Yeah. I will watch any Ryan Reynolds movie. Yeah. I don't care. Like whatever. Like it could be a serious movie, it could be a funny movie, it could be a horror movie. Like an Amityville Horror. That was dope as shit.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I don't give a flying fuck.
Yep.
I just love them. I just have these actors that I don't care. I'll just watch them all goddamn day long.
So I was talking about that sheath, and actually I had it sitting here because I meant to actually bring it up and show it real quick. Yeah, I'll show it a little bit. So I originally, so this is
for the people that are listening. This is something that Kevin made with his own two hands.
Well, I didn't make the blade. So this is the blade, the machete.
Yeah.
That I am making a sheath for.
It's very sharp.
It is extremely sharp. So
this is something you would use to slay the predator.
And I'm going to show my little secret here. So this is the sheath that I made for it, right? So to do this, you just cut to your size, and then it's formed to the handle of the blade now.
That's still too small.
All you do is soak this in water, and you wrap it around whatever it is you want it to form to, and you just put weight on it and let it sit there. And in the next day or so, I was taking it and flipping it every other day or so because it would be wet on one side and dry. And then it forms to the shape of the blade. But then I decided, you know how when you play games or watch shows, when you pull a blade out, there's that
Yeah.
So I knew that wasn't going to happen with leather, and I was also concerned about the sword cutting into the inside crease of the leather. So my father-in-law came up with this great idea, and I ran with it, was to take some sheet metal, put it around the blade. So that's what we did, and then we just shaped it. And then this goes on the inside, and it just sits in there. And then your blade, don't worry, I won't cut you.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, I should have probably put the blade in first, you dumbass.
Yeah.
So then your blade goes in, probably the right way, not the wrong way.
There you go.
And then this just gets set inside. So this way, when you go to draw it, instead of no noise, you have that sound. Now, it'll obviously be better once I have it stitched up. It won't move around so much.
You know what? I'll actually take from this. I'll learn from this. Because I was actually thinking about making something to hold my big cock.
Man, here I thought you were being serious. I should have fucking known better.
Because I was looking at it, I was like, still too small.
Oh my god. So this is just a rough, you can see it's just a rough cut. Well, maybe you can't see, but it's a rough cut.
Well, for people who are listening, you can't see it, but imagine,
So you could,
if you took, let's say a cart full of little Jewish kids' circumcision things, and then you took those little slabs of skin and just made it into a big...
Where are you going? You might want to stop before we go to prison.
Anyway, so it's, it's a fucking sheath.
Yeah, so all I gotta do yet is just stitch it, and then once I have it stitched, I gotta take it to my father-in-law's house, and he's got a grinder. I don't have a grinder right now. I don't really have a setup for it, so then I'll grind down to the stitch, because the stitch is gonna be closer to the sheet metal, so I'm gonna have too much out here.
Right.
And then I made a belt loop for it, so I stitched that together last night. That's just simple belt loop. It's just going to get stitched onto the sheath. And then once it's all done and shaped the way I want it, then I'll paint it that with a leather paint. I'll paint it, it's like a dark green.
I was going to say like
super
a dark
green.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor who I'm doing this for, this sword was given to him as a gift from some kid that he mentored. I'm not sure what he mentored him in. I'm guessing that it's something to do with religious, something or another.
No,
Church.
he mentored him in the ways of karate, dude.
Matt does not do karate.
Okay, I'm sorry. Gung Fu. Okay, Gung Fu.
So I'm excited. It felt good to do some work yesterday. I get a lot of anxiety about going into stuff like this because I'm always concerned about not doing it right or messing it up, you know. But it's nice. I sat here yesterday and just worked on it, and I played. I was listening to Spotify, and I looked up Viking music, like legit Viking shanties. And dude,
you said Viking music. I'm like, is it just a bunch of burly guys? Just
there is like heavy metal Viking music, but like I wanted to listen to something more calming, so I listened to like Viking music.
More calming? Okay.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you,
any Viking in a goddamn field of lilies. Fucking
I'll play it for you then.
No.
I'm not gonna play it for you right now, but
Nope.
I'll play it for you.
Don't. How dare you? Don't you dare.
But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe I'll post some pictures on social media,
on Instagram, Dads versus the World,
Tickety Tocketies, and
Twitter also,
Twitter
and TikTok.
Oh yeah, and we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know the address.
We're super fucking
just
cool.
Look it up. Yeah, we're cool.
So thank you for giving us that Ron Swanson hour.
I do have a question for you. It's a serious one. So
we don't do that in this show.
I know, but just once. So since this is a Dads versus the World podcast, I thought maybe I'd ask a question about being a dad. So, what's great for you? What do you like the most about being a father, and what is the least favorite thing about being a father?
The best thing about being a dad is candy tax. So when the kids have Halloween, Easter, and stuff like that, I skim off their candy.
Yeah, it gradually disappears.
Uh-huh.
And then they wonder where it is when it's gone.
I told them straight up, candy tax.
Oh.
Like straight up. A straight face. I'm like, you live in America, you're going to have to get fucking used to this. The shit that you earn or get, someone else going to take it. Mm-hmm. And that someone else right now is big old Papa Bear.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some of your candy. That Reese's cup, mine. Mm-hmm. Least thing I like about being a dad, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because there's a lot of candy involved. Oh my God.
Leave it to Ian for me to ask a serious question and he makes a joke of it.
Yeah. But no, for seriously though, the best thing that I like about it is watching them like grow and get their own personalities. Like that is probably the most astonishing thing, especially when you have them like pegged for something and they're completely different.
Yeah. Like
my daughter, like she's just started to come out of her shell more. Like she's been really fucking goofy.
I saw a TikTok, or not TikTok, but you guys put or your wife put something up on Facebook.
Yeah,
and it was like I guess her and her cousin.
Yeah, dancing.
And you, all dancing like
she's always been like
and she's usually like no pictures.
Yeah, she's very reserved, very shy most of the time. But like when she's actually coming out of her shell, like she's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
she was doing this weird demonic noise yesterday,
just because
for like 6 hours she was like doing this demonic noise. It was hilarious. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You're a demon.
That's pretty good.
The least thing that I like about being a dad, maybe spending a lot of money.
Yeah, that's rough.
Probably because there's really not a lot of things that I don't like about it. I mean, yeah, there's hard days because they're fucking kids. They're gonna grind on your gears. They're gonna make you want to put them through a wall.
Or a couple.
As Frank would say.
Yeah. F is for family. That's what that's from. You should go watch it.
Bill Burr.
Yes.
Yeah, he's amazing. But yeah, that's about it. Like, it's just monetary stuff. Just because, I mean, yeah, I get money will come and go, and there's always a way to get it. But, going through it at the time, you're going to be like, man, I wish I had more money.
Right. Right.
And then you look at your kids, and they're just bleeding it out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that aspect of it does suck a lot, but there's always a positive at the end of it. Like there's something that happens that they do that you're like,
well, that's
that was
why,
all worth it.
That's why if I had to pick one, like that would be it. Like I don't want people to take away from this. Like, man, that
doesn't really want to be a dad.
He's super fucking cheap, dude. Like, they asked him, like, what though?
I thought Asians had a lot of money.
Yeah, man. I thought he was really good with math. Like,
Yeah. I thought he just couldn't drive.
It took me until, like, what, 24, 25 to actually get my license.
Seriously?
Truth.
Really?
Truth. Because
Stereotypes are real?
I swear. But no, because took the eye exam to get new lenses. To be corrective lenses, like, they had to, like, it would have been such disparity. Like, one would be legit like a Mad Eye Moody eyeball. It's just a big, thick ass fucking glass. And then the other one would be, like, not so bad.
Yeah.
So, like, they told me to just do the balanced one. So it's balanced right now, but my right eye is really bad. So that's why I'm looking into, like, getting lasers shot in my eyeballs.
I'd love to do that. So what were you go? You were saying the doc fudged your numbers, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, because so when we went and did the eyeball test, where, like, they go off in the distance, they go, read the top line or whatever.
Yeah.
So when we started, she sat next to me and she had the fucking the fucking thing that goes over your eye.
like spoon thing.
Yeah. So she goes, what's the third line? And with my left eye, like I said, my left eye is pretty good, so I could read it. But when I switched to the right, it was way off. And I'm like, because she asked me, she's like, so what does the third line say? I'm like, Egyptian hieroglyphics? And she's like, no. So she goes up and she's like, maybe if this will help. Maybe. So she grabbed, like, 2 pieces of paper and she, like, put it on the line, but she went all the way over, like, so she didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And she had, how she did it, her back was turned to me. So, like, I just used both eyes.
Yeah. I see.
I just put the thing down.
What'd you do? Walk in there and say,
I just
hey.
went like this. I just went, B, X, C, D. She's like, oh, good. I'm like, she's like, could you do more? And I'm like, no. She's like, oh, it's good enough. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh, that's
so
pretty
I got my DOT. Fuck, I'm in trouble, don't I? I'm going to be in trouble.
You'll be alright. We only have, like, Anchor says we have 21 people that listen.
Yeah.
That's like most of our family.
That's a good number, though. I do like 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my story of how.
So I'll retort.
Wow.
Go back. Fast.
Words.
Rewind. I'm gonna rewind.
Yeah, let's flip it.
So I'm gonna rewind back to when I asked you that question because I never actually answered it too, and I assumed you would want that.
No, I don't want you to answer.
Okay. So then you just tell me about how your last 2 weeks were then.
I'm just kidding. No.
So for me, for being a dad, my favorite thing is just
the sex
with my kids. No.
Oh. Wrong state.
Jesus.
My bad.
This ain't Virginia.
Take me road.
Oh, Jesus.
Country roads. Sorry. Go ahead.
So my favorite thing is just to see them smile, just to see them happy. That you were saying earlier about oh yeah, it's gone.
What's going on?
Whatever I was going to say, just whatever you said earlier. What'd you say earlier?
I don't know what the fuck I said there.
You said about the great thing about being a dad.
Their personalities?
Yes,
they,
that's
like,
what it was.
Change and stuff like
So I'm going to go on a tangent here. So
Jesus Christ.
your son
Yeah.
reminds me of you, like 110%.
That's a bad thing. That's
I mean, like his comedy, his sense of humor. He's a goofy kid.
He is.
And you're a goofy dude. So
he's an asshole though. Straight up.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You're lucky.
But he probably doesn't show that when there's people.
Because like we went to like a parent teacher conference for him this past week, and like everyone fucking loves him. I'm like, dude,
that's what they say about my son.
Such a dick at home though.
Yeah,
he's such a dick.
Yeah.
I tell him to go to bed, and he goes no, and he laughs and giggles. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh yeah. Not gonna be so fucking funny when I shove your head in the pillow. Anyway, go on.
We don't really do that.
This podcast should be changed into like bad parents. What not to do.
Yeah, so I guess my least favorite thing would be this is gonna sound super selfish, but this is the goddamn truth, is the freedom that I used to have. if my buddies said, "Hey, you want to come over and play this game?"
Yeah.
I could just be like, "Yeah, sure. What time?" And then off I go.
Yeah.
But now it's like, "Hey, you want to come over and do this?" It's like, well, my kids are here and my wife's gone, and do you want Zoom? So like making plans to do things as an adult, as your own person, it feels like almost impossible. I know it's not.
Well, that's the hard part, because then as a parent, what you do is you find other parents with kids that you can tolerate and hang out and do stuff with.
I don't just tolerate you guys. I actually like you guys. I'll just tolerate you. Just so you know.
Gay. Anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm an ally, I promise. But that's like the caveat, is like you want to hang out with parents that have cool kids, and the parents, and do it that way. But as you get older, you realize you're a crotchety old person, and you're like, I hate people.
Yeah. So
because then it turns into like an interview process. To the other person, you're like, do I really want to hang out with you for an hour? like I know my kid doesn't give a shit about your kid, but I care about talking to you. Yeah. And a lot of my friends like don't have kids yet, so
I'm in that same boat. I got a few friends that either don't have kids or don't plan on having kids, and I don't hang out with them much, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just that you don't have kids. Your house isn't really for kids, and if you don't want kids,
you feel bad because
I don't want to bring them there.
Yeah, when you bring your kids over there, they're touching shit.
Yeah, and constantly I'm like, don't touch that, don't touch that, just sit here on the floor, don't move.
And and my friends are nice, and they're like, oh, I don't care, but I know
you do.
When they say they don't care, in the inside of their mind, you hear them say,
"Get your fucking devil child off my
fucking
floor,
piece of shit, hellspawn."
Yeah.
What have you brought into my abode?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if they don't think that, like in my head, that's what I think. Because if I was, not having kids and I had things the way they were, I would be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it.
There is something something changes once you have a kid. It's just like, oh, so that's what this is.
Yeah, because you're literally, because you have to fucking...
Yeah, it's a total
think
life
about
change.
Another fucking person.
Yeah, I have to keep this thing alive? Like,
I know.
Shit.
They should really, to be a parent, they should really do, tests.
A course.
Like a mental test. Maybe not a physical test, but a mental test. Like something where you can actually gauge, hey, this person's actually stable enough to grow another person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're... Look.
They should test you, push you to your limits of where you get super angry.
Get a license.
And can you not hit that person?
Get a license.
Yeah.
You should do a license. Because, look... As a parent, you will see other parents, and it's hard not to judge.
Oh yeah,
it's super hard not to do it. But I'll just fucking say it, dude. There's some really shitty parents out there, dude.
Yeah,
and they should not be in charge of another person, because then if they're a bad parent, and the kid turns into an asshole, and that just perpetuates assholes in the world. Yep. I mean, I know the argument is oh, but the assholes get things done, but the assholes are also the people that put their knee on the back of a black guy's neck for an hour.
Yeah.
So there's that argument. Race.
Yeah.
And also,
is this how we're doing this?
I'm sorry. That was a bit extreme. Okay, I'm sorry. The less extreme asshole-ish thing would be, driving 80 down 695 and cutting me off.
Yeah.
When I have a child in my backseat.
Yeah.
Those people need to make a hard turn into a wall.
Do you remember that first time when you had your first child and you had to take them home from the hospital? Yeah. Do you remember how that felt to drive?
I don't think I was driving at the time. I'm just kidding. I was.
I was going to say, I don't think that math adds up.
But yeah.
Well, I guess you probably...
Well, I had that sticker on the back, so I was good with the baby on board. People completely... when they see that, they really follow the rules.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, I don't think they give a shit.
In our state, it's just a bunch of guys in giant lifted trucks with double stacks and just,
They're stupid
when
flags.
It's snowing, they drive so reckless, but when it's warm out, they drive like grandpas. I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get your black smoke away from my car, please?
Oh, dude, it's hilarious when they have a white truck and they have the double stacks and, the soot had,
Yes.
completely ruin their back.
Look how little that guy's dick is.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, man. Some people's dicks are small. It's okay. It's natural. God just equips us with what we...
Nah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, it does.
No, there's no such thing.
I've spoken
Don't
to
get me started on this.
Yeah, first of all, you're atheist. You don't even believe in a God. So, like...
You're right, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe in devils.
All right, well, there you go.
Or
well, that's what I'm saying.
things.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so... I guess in your mind, the atoms have just randomly shaped into...
There's no Adam and Eve.
Atom. A-T-O-M. Dude, what the fuck, right? This guy...
From Stardust.
All right, Bill Nye. Fucking fairy. Oh, man. Just kidding. I love Bill Nye.
Yeah, he's great.
Anyway, so we should probably get on to actual topics.
I don't think we actually got onto what you did this week, so that happened. We got on a real big tangent, but this is what this podcast does.
Well, I kind of did. I said we had a parent-teacher conference. We obviously had a get-together yesterday.
Easter.
For Easter.
We're doing that today.
We did turkey instead of ham.
Oh,
dude, it's so good.
Dude.
I make a fucking good turkey, dude.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude. That thing was fucking succulent, dude. It's like juicy.
The other day I smoked a brisket. My buddy Vince, who lives in Texas, does a lot of smoking or cooking in his backyard. So I sent him a picture of the brisket, and he said, "Hey, when that's done, mail me some of that." But I made a brisket. It was, oh man, it was good.
When we finally get our next house, which will be like probably the last one.
Yeah, that's our plan too.
That's when I'll get like one of those fancy the smokers and barbecue ones.
They're not bad. You can get like what I have is just a small.
I want the egg though.
You want that? Yeah.
That's
those are
what
nice.
I want.
You know what sucks though is about like with my smoker. I don't know if the egg has it, but my smoker it's a hot smoker because there's a difference between a hot smoker and a cold smoker, obviously.
Yeah.
So it only goes. I think when I turn the temp up, the first temp is like, I want to say it's like 100 or more degrees, and I want to smoke cheese and butter and fish. Now I can do fish on there, but it gets a little hot.
Yeah.
But you can cold smoke fish and cold smoke the other things that I mentioned.
Yeah.
But I was looking on how to make one, and there's some redneck shit, dude.
I can imagine.
Because all a cold smoker is you have like a box,
right,
and then you have a heat source, not underneath the box, and then you have like, let's say you run a dryer vent to your box, which then has this pipe out of it, and it just runs the smoke over there, and it keeps the temperature. You want to keep the temperature like, I want to say 60s, maybe 70, but probably 60s, because then it won't melt the cheese, but it smokes it and it gives it that smoky flavor. So that's what I want to do, but I can't do that on mine because it gets too much heat.
I hear you.
I'm on a fucking tangent though, so whatever.
That sounds super lame though. I'm not gonna lie. You can just put it in a microwave.
No, man. Why would you want to put cheese in a microwave?
Because then it gets melty and it's delicious.
But I don't want to melt it. The point is to have a block of cheese and smoke it, because you could use like apple chips, like apple wood, cherry wood, and you burn that.
This is some
and that flavor gets into that cheese or butter, dude. Imagine you don't even have to smoke your vegetables. You got some green beans.
You take some.
Shop a minute. Shut your mouth.
You know for sure. Some fucking stoner was like, "Hey man, cheese should taste like smoke, man. It'd be so good, dude. Yeah, man."
I didn't say I was gonna infuse it with weed, although that's not a bad idea.
420 is coming up.
That it is. Every day is 420.
All right, Killer Mike. But yeah, so that I do want to get that eventually. But otherwise, like the past 2 weeks, I haven't really done anything. We started watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. That show's really good.
I'll start watching that.
It's fantastic. It's
like
literally it's a buddy cop comedy, and it's so good. I said comedy weird. I said comedy. Like, what the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
But otherwise, I mean, I really didn't do anything else. I mean, I know Outriders just came out, but I haven't had the chance to play it.
I haven't played it since the demo. I mean, I downloaded it because it's on Game Pass. Why not?
Like I just haven't been playing a lot of games lately. Like it's not that I feel like I'm getting more into playing games again. It's just it's just how my schedule is. Sometimes it's just tough.
This kind of shit happens though. Like I feel like if you're a gamer, like you'll game for the longest time, and then you'll get a spell where you're like, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, dude.
And you'll go for like a couple weeks and not really game at all or much. And then something will come up and you'll get an itch and off you go.
Well, the problem is it's like me and the wife, like, I like playing with my wife, don't get me wrong, but, like, we just want to play with friends, too.
You like playing with your wife?
I do like playing with my wife.
Ringing that bell?
Well, the way that we play, I do collect $200 when I pass go. So, let's just say that. Shout out to my baby Boo Bear.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what I mean?
Names.
Wow, dude. Don't get jolly, all right?
I'm not. You don't have a name for me.
I don't okay.
No, don't. You're going to be an asshole.
Not even. How about...
Coffee is so cold.
I'll come up with one by the end of the episode. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. But anyway, let's get on to an actual topic.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I'm good. You said you wanted to talk about a thing, so let's do it.
I do. So if you're not into sports, bear with us. So there's a if you do like sports, obviously you know about Deshaun Watson's sexual allegations.
You know what? I know about sports.
And you have no idea who
I
that
don't know
is. Dude.
shit about. I know that name.
It's because he doesn't play for your shit team, so you don't give a shit.
No, I know that name. Deshaun Watson. Like,
Yeah.
I know it, but I can't picture who he plays for.
I think he's like a 2-time Pro Bowler. He's like 25.
Did he rape somebody? What happened?
No, he didn't rape. It was sexual misconduct. So basically what he did, he would go and be very inappropriate to these masseuses. So he would go into these massage places and expect a happy ending. And it was very uncomfortable for these women, and they have now reported it and actually filed a lawsuit against them. So the problem is that...
Did they act on it, or was it...
I don't think they did. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But all I know is that it's turning into a Bill Cosby thing where there's like over 20 fucking...
Oh my God.
20 of them. And look, you may want to argue like, oh, there's no proof or whatever, like, but 20?
Yeah.
If it was like a little bit, like maybe it was 1 or 2, then it's be like, oh, they're just personally attacking him, maybe, whatever.
Yeah.
But 20?
It's a lot.
Yeah. But what I don't understand is like he's young, he's a good looking dude, I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. He's a good looking dude. And he's got a dime piece for a fucking girlfriend and he lives in Texas. He's a starting quarterback for the Houston fucking Texans. And he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. And he just got signed to like this multi-million-dollar contract for like 3 years. Like easy $100 million.
And he's just ruined his life.
And I'm like, dude, why? Like, why?
Ruined not just his life, but
I just don't
what
understand.
about all the women that he's just
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can fucking get any fucking women, but like, is your kink like? Just get a girl like, hey man, act like you're a masseuse, and you can give me a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
You have a girlfriend who was probably willing to do that, right? Mm-hmm. I would assume.
But
I don't understand.
But it's ridiculous, and it's crazy because like I in my mind I'm like, dude, you have like everything, and like you're just gonna throw it away because you have like a kink for it or whatever the fuck. Like, you can't just act like a normal person and ask someone to fucking do that. So he's definitely not going to play this year, straight up. The Houston Texans is a franchise that's completely like ruined their team. Like they traded away all their good players. He wanted out of Texas. Like Deshaun Watson straight up was like, "Hey man, I want to get traded," and they were like, "No, you're not going anywhere." So like that franchise is in fucking shambles. So they're not going to have a fucking starting quarterback this year. Like they will, but it's not going to be fucking Deshaun Watson. And they have no...
Do they have a backup?
Receivers. Probably, but it's probably like fucking...
It's just so no name guy right now?
Yeah, probably. I don't even know. Some guy. It's not... maybe Josh McCown. That's probably the first fucking second stringer that came to mind. I know they don't got Fitzmagic, because that would have been a viable fucking... second choice.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's what I'm saying. Like it blows my mind. I'm like, and this has been going on for like almost a month now, and there's just more allegations coming out, and it's like
I guess that hasn't been hopping up in my feeds anywhere because I haven't clicked on anything.
Well, to be fair,
but now that we've talked about
it's
it,
because you're too busy making leather sheaths and stuff like that. So.
Probably. Well, that was depressing. So now where do we go?
Sorry. Did you see the new trailer for the new Space Jam movie?
Oh yes, I did. I watched that last night with. I had Emmy watch it.
Yeah, dude.
That looks pretty fucking good.
I'm not gonna lie, I got excited.
Yeah, and you know the first thing I said when I started watching it to my wife is
Who's LeBron James?
no, I knew who that was, but I hope Michael Jordan has a cameo.
No way, dude.
Why not?
There's no fucking way. Because Michael Jordan is so fucking competitive. There's no way that he would willing to make a cameo to make this guy earn more fucking money. There's no way. Have you seen the doc, The Last Dance?
I don't know. No,
I don't
even know what that is.
So there was a 6-part documentary on the last year that Michael Jordan
Oh wait,
was with.
I haven't seen it, but I
Chicago
put it on
Bulls.
my list.
It's fucking fantastic. Even if you're not a basketball fan, like, it's a great fucking documentary. And I don't even really watch documentaries.
I'm a big docu guy. I love that stuff.
You'll love The Last Dance then, dude. It's fucking fantastic. But I have a running theory that he released it only because he wanted to show up LeBron James. Because LeBron James, like, I think he's fucking gifted as shit. I think he's a fucking athletic freak. An athlete of his generation. But if you're the best, don't tell me you're the best. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And LeBron did. He broke the rule. He won the Cleveland Cavaliers their one and only championship that year, and he did it with basically almost. He would arguably say nothing, but I would say like, but you had Kyrie, and you also had help with Ray Allen, whatever the fuck. I don't even think Ray Allen was on that team. I lied, but still, he had Kyrie Irving. So I wouldn't necessarily say he had nothing. But when he won that championship, he was like on an HBO interview, and he said that when I won that championship, that's when I knew that I was the greatest of all time. I'm like, cringe. Don't fucking say that.
Yeah.
Just win more championships.
Yeah.
We don't want our champions telling us that they're the greatest of all time. Like, I know you hate Tom Brady, but you'll never hear him fucking say he's the greatest of all time. He lets people tell him he's the greatest of all time, but he won't ever fucking say it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I like that more than the fucking, I'm the greatest of all time. Like, that just reminds me of like a 10-year-old telling me to 1v1 him.
A little bit narcissistic.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, dude, fuck you. Grab a crayon and go sit in the corner.
So it was Jordan that said this?
No, Jordan has never said that he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
But he is. But if you watch that documentary, like you will see how fucking competitive he is. Like, he hates losing. He was a huge gambler, and he just gambled all the fucking time. But he hated fucking losing.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he put out that documentary was to kind of shove it in LeBron's face, be like, no, you're not the greatest, my guy. This guy. This guy's the greatest. You may have been to the playoffs more often, but, you didn't win 6 championships in a row like this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's the last time I watched basketball. Was when, like, Pippen and Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. Me too.
And when the Phoenix Suns were a big thing with
Charles
Barkley.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I watched basketball.
Yeah.
I haven't watched basketball since then, which was, 96, 97?
It's a completely different game now. Like, they took out the physicality of the game, which is, I guess, it's kind of good for the players. Less injuries, I guess.
It's not good for entertainment, but...
But, well, it's not that. It's just, it takes away from the defense. There's no defense. It's kind of like how football is. Like, I love defensive plays. I love them. And I get that people want to see more touchdowns. Like, I get it. But, like, I also want to see someone get knocked in the
Yeah,
fucking
I want to see more hits.
Yeah.
That's why I hate this, like, quarterback bullshit. Protect the quarterback. Protect the quarterback. You can't hit him here. You can't hit him there.
Well, I on a business standpoint, I get it, because that is every franchise's biggest investment is their quarterback, and they're normally the number one guy that takes away from their.
Learn how to protect yourself and take a hit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the flip side of that argument would be, hey, well then invest in a better offensive line.
Yes,
that would be my argument. But I get it on a business standpoint. If the quarterback goes down, then your team's season pretty much goes.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that happen.
Yeah. His team sucks. Dak Prescott went down. But to be fair, he
didn't go down. He went down hard.
They weren't doing
He had a bone come out his leg.
They weren't doing that well, early on in the season anyway.
Yeah, but they never do well early on.
They weren't going to get any better. He was throwing up all those fucking stats and still not winning.
I know.
He would get like 40 points. He would like come back in the fourth quarter.
I have so much denial. At least I can admit it.
Listen, man. At least your team has a couple receivers. Our team, like for some reasons, like we should probably get receivers, but nah.
Why not? Why should we?
We'll go with Sammy Watkins. He's been injured every fucking year.
God,
He'll be great.
Isn't he
for
old
us.
as dirt?
Not really. I think he's 28.
Oh, really? I thought
don't
he was
think
in
he's
his
that old.
30s for some reason.
No, the reason why you think
I guess that's not old as dirt, but in football terminology, that's old.
I think the reason why you think he's old because he's never had a full fucking season. He's always been injured.
Okay.
Always.
So he's injury prone.
Yeah, he's injury prone. I don't think he's had. I think. No, he was injured last year. I was gonna say he played last year, but he was injured because he came back in the Super Bowl and didn't do one fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah, poor guy. So yeah, I mean, do you have any other things to add?
I mean, I'm sure I do, but
Sport things. I have a feeling that
sport thing wise,
I have a feeling that the audience doesn't like it when we talk about sports.
maybe. But you know what though? My wife said to me on like our second podcast. She said that our second episode, not podcast. Jesus. She said, I listened to that whole thing, and even the sports ball stuff. This is her terms. I enjoyed because you guys were entertaining.
Oh,
And she's not. She watches football with me, but like.
oh, dude, it's the cutest thing when you have like. There's very rare times. I know that there's girls that like football and understand
Yes,
it, but
don't take us that way.
most of the time, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So, fuck you guys. I too love women and I support their
Yes.
decisions, but
Yes.
sometimes stereotypes are true.
Maybe they're not women though. I mean, this day and age, you don't know what to say. You can't say
Pronouns.
women. You can't say men.
Pronouns. I don't know.
Them.
Whatever the
We are
fuck-
Legion. I have no idea.
Legion?
Legion, not Legion.
The one fucking hive mind? Is that what they're...
Yes. I don't understand it. I'm so like torn with like
They're all
society and how to talk now.
They're all connected to one wavelength of network and just like... the male chromosome is the worst, man. But anyway, like the stereotypes, sometimes stereotypes are derivative from truth. That's why I don't like cancel cultures because sometimes there is some truth. Look, I'm Asian. And yes, I've seen some really bad Asian drivers, so I get the joke. And I mean, as tired as it may be, there's still some truth
Look,
to it.
I'm white, and I've seen some ashy white fucking people.
I know, right? Get some motion, dude. I married a white, and let me tell you, they do love their pasta.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there is some truth to some stereotypes.
there is.
So, take that. If you ever learn anything from us, learn that.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't remember what it was.
Just don't go around saying the N-word, all right? That's all.
Yeah, don't be a
do that.
dick.
Yeah. That's not a cool word.
Oh, you know what? I do have something to say. It has nothing to do with what we were talking about.
It has nothing to do with the N-word.
No.
Okay.
So I got my second COVID shot.
Ooh, he's vaccinated.
So I am vaccinated.
Motherfucker's gonna fucking get some of this lickies after this fucking episode.
So that's gay.
No, it's not. It's 2021, dude. If you ain't gay, you're gay.
Okay. So I got that second shot, and I was hoping that I'd be one of those people that didn't get any symptoms. That I'd be okay.
You're nuts.
My wife got it, and she got the symptoms, and she was tired and slept all day, and she was achy. Dude, this thing knocked me on my ass.
That's because you're a pussy.
Johnson, I think, don't quote me on this. I think it was lower percentage.
Well,
than,
because
like,
it
the
doesn't
Pfizer
cover
and-
like the most variants. So the weird thing about COVID is that it has the actual variants of it.
Yeah,
Because it affects people differently.
it's mutating.
Yeah, basically,
They all do.
We're
Like,
living
every virus
fucking
does
We're living Resident Evil. So I'm surprised that no one's turned into a zombie yet. But Johnson
If they do, it'll be in Florida.
probably. Just kidding. We love Florida. Anyway, Gator country. But yeah, Johnson covers like the most of it. But yeah, I heard that it doesn't cover a lot of the variants.
Yeah.
But it is more traditional because there's only take one shot and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that would be nice.
But my wife got Pfizer because she works for WellSpan,
Yeah.
and each time that she's gotten it, like she hasn't been hit like with the flu or anything like that or anything crazy, but she was more tired. She had really bad headaches for the first and second one. Like the second
That's
one,
what I had too.
Yeah.
I had a headache all
The
day,
second
and nothing
one-
got rid of it.
Yeah, the
It
second
just stayed there.
Well, she didn't want to like mix anything. So
Oh,
she
I did.
Yeah,
I
so
took
she
Tylenol
fucking,
and-
she
yeah.
fucking went through it. Like, I think on the second day, that's when she took Tylenol because she just couldn't fucking take it anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it knocked her out because it just made her tired. She had a crazy headache and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I had too.
Her arm wasn't as sore as the first time.
Mine's still sore.
That's crazy.
And that was on the 31st. So a couple days ago.
It's been a couple days.
It's not sore like. So do you get flu shots?
It's like someone punched you.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Do you get flu shots at all?
Yeah.
No. So that's what it felt like.
See, the flu shot doesn't get me as bad. It's the tetanus one. The tetanus one's the one that hurts.
That one does that too. Yeah, it gives it makes your arm feel heavy.
Yeah.
That's what this did too. Like I couldn't get my arm up here. It hurt. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like tender if I touch it.
Yeah. That's the only one that gets my arm sore. But otherwise, like the flu, like I think I've gotten the flu once with the flu shot.
Okay.
But
I haven't had the flu in forever, and I get the flu shot every year too.
It sucks when you get the flu. It does suck.
Yeah,
it's awful.
I probably haven't had it since I was probably a teenager. I'm guessing.
But you know what? I got the flu from the flu shot, and guess what? I'm still gonna get the flu shot. So
yeah.
Because I don't know if people know, but when they inject you with the flu shot, it's the fucking flu. Because I
don't think
they want your body to get used to the strain of that year to build up the antibodies. So if you get the flu from the flu shot, don't get surprised.
I didn't think that was.
No, that's what it is.
I didn't think that was true.
No, that's what the vaccination is. It's just the type of flu for that year, so your body can get used to it. That's what the COVID vaccine is.
But I didn't think that was true either. Like they're not putting COVID in you. I'm pretty sure I read that.
No, it is
somewhere.
That's what a vaccination is. They're putting in a live thing in your body.
I almost want to Google this.
So your body. Listen, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
I mean, you're Asian, so you should be smarter than me.
No, I'm a terrible Asian. I'm a BA. I'm a bad one. I'm awful at math.
Badass? Is that what a BA is?
No, the opposite of badass. Good ass.
So you're not a BA. You're a GA? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, BA means bad Asian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I coined that. Well, I didn't coin it. I listened to a lot of Tiger Belly and...
What's that?
Bobby Lee has a podcast.
Who's Bobby Lee?
How dare you? He is our Lord and Savior for Asians.
That's not real.
It is real.
Who's Bobby Lee?
You're not Asian, so you wouldn't know.
Is he Asian?
Yeah, he is. Korean, to be exact.
Wait, is he that funny comedian? Is he a comedian?
Is he that funny comedian?
From Community?
Hey, dude. I guess that's
I can't remember his name.
Is he that funny comedian?
But I can't remember this guy. I sound like a fucking racist talking like this, but I'm not.
He was on Mad TV for like a decade.
Okay, well, I'm thinking of the Asian guy that's an actual doctor in real life.
No, that's Ken Jeong.
Okay.
He would be very offended that you fucking made that comparison.
I know, but I'm fucking...
No, not because he's Korean. It's just the fact that...
See, this is what I mean. I don't know how to talk anymore.
I love Bobby Lee. He's my hero.
Can't even fucking talk
He's my fucking hero, but he like normal people.
Do you have a sweater on your head? You know what? I took my meds today, too.
I think this is where we're going to end it. Is there a sweater?
No, but you need to... That's the name of the podcast.
I don't even know where to go from
That's the name of the podcast now. The episode. Why do I keep calling podcast? It's an episode.
I don't know, dude.
So who's Bobby Lee?
I don't want to get into this anymore.
But I want to know.
I don't want to do it.
I don't care what you want. This is liquid gold right now.
This is abuse. This is where the hashtag Stop Asian Hate comes from because of this.
But it's not.
It's arrogance.
It's not.
I don't know how you walk around with that.
I can't be a racist. I have an Asian friend.
I love that, dude. When white people go like, "Oh, I can say that joke because I have that specific race as a friend."
Yeah, that's not how it works.
I don't know if anyone's seen this, but if you go on YouTube, the Ninja song, like "I Want to Be Ninja," and it's spelled Neenja.
That's racist,
dude.
That's so racist.
It's the greatest video I've ever seen. It'll change your life.
Really?
Yeah. It is a.
What kind of Asian are you?
A Mexican one. No, a Mexican Asian.
You're not Mexican, are you?
That's what Filipinos are. They're Spanish.
I just learned that today. I thought they were just Filipino.
Holy shit, dude.
I didn't know they were like Mexican.
Alright, let me give you a crash course.
Wait, what, they speak Filipini?
Filipini, dude. It's not a fucking sandwich you get at Panera. Hi, can I get a ham Filipini? With, no, hold the cheese. I don't want the cheese. I get really gassy.
Yeah.
Hold it. Unless if it's smoked cheese with the cold smoke, then I will have it.
That's right.
Otherwise, take your cheese and shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
And you can take it.
I thought you were a Pacific Islander.
I mean, no.
I've talked about
That's
this
like
with you before,
Samoans.
and I can never remember.
Look, Philippines, I guess, could be construed as Pacific Islander, but I don't. Because that's not... Pacific Islander, to me, is Samoans.
Okay, so you're not Samoan.
No. Like the guys who do the Haka dance.
So you're Philippine.
Filippini.
You're Filippini?
A Filipino.
Wrapped in a pina? A pinatada?
Jesus fucking Christ. What is this podcast?
I don't know.
What is this episode, dude?
This is called Ian's Wearing a Sweater.
This is called White Guy Learns That There Are Other Fucking Cultures in the World.
I knew all this. I'm just doing this for comedy.
Wait. There's other colors?
Yeah.
Huh?
What? I thought it was just white ashy people. I could say that because I'm white.
So that's why Lotion
I can also say cracker.
See, that. When I grew up, when I learned of these racial slurs, like, white people didn't have any. Like, they have cracker, but, like...
Yeah. Yankee.
That came from... Because of the sound that they would make when they'd whip their fucking whips at people. Because it made that crack sound.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Did
why...
you just make that up?
I swear to God, Google it. That's why they called you crackers. That's why the black people called
That's
you crackers.
really unfortunate because it's still racist towards the other race. It's not even.
But see, the
racist
one that
thing
I
towards white
like,
people.
the one that I really like, but it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, it doesn't make them... I think redneck might be the only derivative that people might not like.
I don't know. They sort of hug that.
Yeah, some do, but some don't. I know some Southerners that don't like it.
I guess they like to be called Hicks.
But see, even then, like, I don't think...
Country folk. Ashy country folk.
Ancestrals.
Yeah.
Because incest. But no, I lost... Wow, dude.
Wow, you really went deep.
I lost my train of thought. I'm gone. Fuck, man.
Welcome to my fucking world.
I turned into Kevin.
Yeah.
I've transformed.
It's probably that sweater on your head.
It's not a fucking sweater. It's a beanie, dude.
Why are you wearing a beanie? It's supposed to be like 68 degrees.
Because I don't want the fucking audience that are watching this to get a glare off my fucking forehead.
Well, let's show the audience.
I'm bald.
Look, he's bald.
Okay?
A bald Asian. What are we going to do?
Because, you know what? Started to get bald, and I don't want to be one of those dads that has a random fucking bald thingy and hair.
That's where I'm going. I'm really thin up here.
Well, that's what dude.
That's why it's a good thing I'm tall.
Dude, so, quick story. So, I took my daughter to a father dance thing, and we did it like 3 times.
You've done it a lot. I've seen pictures. Yeah, it's cute.
But there's this one year that was really fucking bad. So I was trying to grow my hair out.
Oh, no.
But I don't think it was unbeknownst to me. I think I knew about it. I was just playing ignorant. But I was starting to thin right here. And there's the bald spot back here.
Oh, no.
And when you mix it with the long hair, and I also had a mustache that year, I looked like a pedophile. So I went to.
I look like Pee Wee Herman if I shave my face,
dude. So I went to. So I don't know. There is a picture around there of this. If you
I'm gonna find it.
If you know me in real life, I might actually put this up on our social because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, great!
But I didn't notice it until literally like 2 years ago of how fucking bad I looked. So I was chunkier then too, and I was in this dress shirt. But just picture this. That guy, so picture an Asian guy with really long hair, starting to thin at the top, at a fucking middle school dance with a white girl, a white child next to him. So I could only imagine these parents are like, who the fuck is this fucking child predator and who has he taken to this dance? Someone save that girl. Mm-hmm. Dude, it is bad.
It's unfortunate that that's how they look at it.
Dude, I don't blame them. That picture, when I saw the fucking picture that they took of us at the dance, I was like, what the fuck? How did they let me
What's
into
your
the
daughter
school?
say about it? Did she say anything about
Well, she didn't notice because she lived.
What if you show her now?
Well, yeah, we make fun of it now.
Oh my god, that's
dude,
that's got to be comedy gold.
I think it's got.
Why don't you record that?
I don't know, but we have a picture. I'll think about putting it up. I think I will.
Yeah, you should.
I think it should be a meme, but it's bad. It is a bad picture.
I'm looking forward to that stuff because I have a daughter now, and I'm sure that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, the father-daughter dance is a fun time.
Is it good?
It's super weird because it's just a bunch of dads. Because there's
and they're probably all uncomfortably standing around.
Yeah, there's 2 dads. There's the dads that don't dance and don't show a good time to their kids, and then there's the other dad that goes way over the top.
Oh boy,
those are the 2. I'll give you a guess. Which one was I?
You go over the top.
Exactly. So which made it much worse when I was out in the dance floor with this little white girl looking like a fucking creeper. Yeah, dude.
How do you dance with your daughter on the floor? Like, how do you do that?
Slow dance?
Oh, really? It's not awkward?
I mean, you don't grab her ass or anything.
I know,
like
but
that.
like,
I mean, you just
obviously, Jesus Christ! Just because I'm white doesn't mean I touch little girls.
put your hand on her lower back, and then she puts your arms around your neck, and you just do a little slow dance.
A little jig.
You do a little left, a little right, a little forward, a little back.
I move like a white guy. I can't dance.
But see, the problem is that the DJs that they normally have there, like the slow dances that they pick, are fucking terrible.
Really?
They're awful.
Are they like stereotypical songs, or is it just like really kiddie-fied dumb shit?
No, it's like they're stereotypical songs, but they're not even like good ones. They're not even good songs to like slow dance to.
Oh.
I'm not saying like we need to slow dance to Celine Dion's
Is it
My
country?
Heart Will Go On, but
Is it country?
Huh?
Is it country? Country music?
Yeah, he did slip in a couple country music. Yeah. I don't know, man. That was my only gripe, was that the music was kind of doo-doo.
Yeah, but even growing up, going to school and going to those dances, I mean, music wasn't really that great then.
But look, the way when we went, I don't know if you went to prom, right? In homecoming?
2 of them.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's the same. It has to be the same now. But like when we would dance, the guy would just kind of stand there and
move his hips.
Yeah, move his hips. Like
and you
this.
just like walk in a circle.
But then the girl does the most work because she's basically dry humping.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
I don't even know how.
Stand there awkwardly with a boner.
It's not even dancing, dude. It's
it's fucking with your clothes on.
It's a girl who
in public
who puts her butt right up against your fucking crotch, straight up, knows about it, and is okay with it, and just she's legit trying to meld her fucking self into you, and your job as the man is to
stand there
to make sure that you don't get pushed over from the force,
right,
and you just push your crotch more into her butt.
Yeah, in the hopes that somehow you're going to break the seams.
And you put your hands right here at the 3 and a 6 position. So it's on her hips.
So it's like you're banging doggy.
Yeah, but
right in the middle of the dance floor with all the people.
Instead of going back and forth, you're going left to right. You're going left to right. Like a fucking gunslinger. You're like,
I don't think that's how they sling guns.
Fucking High Noon. Pow, pow.
Speaking of High Noon, there's a good board game I backed that's coming out. It's called High Noon.
Wow, super creative.
It is. It's with Western, like, fucking Western dudes, and you, like, miniatures, and you battle, and shoot things, and murder.
But they couldn't have come up with, like, a better name than High Noon?
No, I thought it was good.
I guess.
Don't be like that.
I'm just saying, dude. It could have been more creative. I feel like they really missed an opportunity to be creative with it, but they were like, nah, let's just go with High Noon.
How are we going to end this?
I don't know. Thank you for listening to the Dad versus podcast. All right. Well, I guess we'll just fucking end it here.
Yeah.
So, I'm really glad that you guys are listening to us. But please, 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 if you guys could, do us a huge favor. Share us. Tell everyone about us. Listen to us. Because the more you guys do that, the more we're able to be distributed to other platforms. And our biggest goal right now is to just go on Apple.
Yeah.
We just want to be on Apple Podcasts. Because that's pretty much like the main venue, I feel, of podcasts, is Apple.
Maybe.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I know for the Apple users and stuff like that, I think that might. I mean, they could listen to it on Spotify, but why would you? If you have Apple Music.
I have Apple Music, and I used to listen to it on Apple Music a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I switched to Spotify. I don't even use Apple Music anymore, or the Apple Podcast app, or whatever. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so much.
But yeah, there is. Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking.
Because Apple traps you. They trap you in their their little.
Well, the thing that I like about Apple is that people can do the rate thing, and the more they get rates, the more distributed the app. Like the Apple will straight up promote you by putting it further up to suggest to other people.
Right.
So that's why I want to go there.
Right.
It's basically free marketing.
Yeah. So, and that people can review and give stars,
rate, review, whatever, and it'll help us grow the pod.
I really like people to like respond to us too. Like reach out, like ask questions.
We do have an email address. I think it's dadsversustheworld@gmail.com.
I don't know. Sounds good.
I think that's what it is. My wife was our engineer, and she made us the things. So yeah, so that's where we're at.
Okay, cool.
Video will probably be published later on during the week. We try to do it on Mondays, but the wife works on Mondays, so it'll probably be out on Tuesday. I'll probably cut this up when I get home, and it'll probably be out by the end of the day, obviously.
Cool.
Comes out Sundays. So again, thank you. Make sure you follow us on social medias, Dads versus the World podcast. We will have our own thing eventually. Like I said, we are growing, but I'm just glad that we even have a music thing at this point.
A music thing?
An intro.
Oh, yeah.
Our own song, if you will.
Yeah.
So
still waiting on that. The guy that's doing the artwork, the tattoo guy that I go to, is working on a big project right now, and he said that once he's done with that, he'll start with ours. So I told him not to rush.
Whatever. Big rush. Yeah. Whatever.
But that'll be good.
I can only imagine, so I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty fucking dope. But anyway, thank you for watching and listening. Again, follow, subscribe, whatever. All the things
that usual podcasters say. Do that.
Penises.
Don't do that.
Why not?
No. Well, maybe you can do that. I don't know.
You can do penises.
Okay.
Always do penises.
Just ride them.
Whoa. Aggressive.
See you, bye. Click next.